Welcome to Cindy's Life, the finale. This is actually going to be a bit different than I anticipated, mainly because the infant's makeover reveal and the first apartment reveal video has completely and utterly disappeared off my PC. I have no idea how, why, or when it happened, but it has completely gone. If you would like to see the first apartment as well as what the children look like as infants, please refer to my videos of the Cozy Celebrations event because we play through them with Cindy in that apartment, so you'll be able to see everything if you would like to see it before you watch the rest of this video. If, however, you would like to skip all of that and find out what happens at the end, then this is the perfect video for you. So what has happened between last episode and this finale? Well, not too much, though a couple of major events have happened. But to be honest, they're not really ones that are significant enough to have like a whole video about them because they've already been wrapped up and done with. Of course, they moved into that new place, but they were actually only there for an in-game sim week. Obviously, disregarding the Cozy Celebrations pack. That doesn't count because it's not a part of the same Let's Play. And then, like, of course, Cindy was basically focusing on her degree. She wasn't being a mother or a wife. She was just focusing 100% on her studies. She would attend her classes. She'd come home, do the homework for that day. Then she'd work on any essays or presentations that she needed to do. And if she had any spare time, she was writing books in order to gain more royalties to get more money into the family funds. Her husband Afonso also wasn't focusing on being a father or a husband. He was devoting pretty much 100% of his time on painting. He mastered the painting skill and he basically was painting every chance he had. He opened a living store and placed all of his paintings at 100% markup on the porch for others to buy, and that was how they basically earned the money to be able to sell all of the stuff they didn't need in the apartment that they were in at the time and move to the 3-story penthouse. She also sold her bank accounts to have more money, and since, of course, joining a career, she's actually managed to bring in even more money, and they now have a nice sum in the bank. While in the new penthouse, she not only completed her distinguished degree in language and literature, but she became an author and actually has reached the top tier level of level 10, and she is now a well-known 5-star celebrity and everybody knows her name. They all love her books and her books are still out there today. She still has her cat City, but she now also has her amazing husband who's 100% supportive of everything she does. He's also an artist and loves to sell paintings on the side, and because she brings in the money, he basically stayed at home and look after their children who are now actually children, and they go to school and they're amazing. One takes after their mother, one takes after the father, and they are just literally a happy-go-lucky family who live in a massive 3-story penthouse. But let's go back to the beginning because that is what makes this story so amazing. Sydney started her journey with us as a teenager, living above a stinky, horrible horse barn in a tiny room with a bathroom with just her and her cat. She then had to care for said horses who were not hers and she had nothing to do with, but she had to take care of them, clean up after them. She had to go and clean the main house as well, make sure it was pristine, as well as cook meals for her stepmother and stepsister because that is what her stepmother wanted her to do because she did not like her. And she, of course, had to take up the role as evil stepmother in this story. Cindy had enough, and the money that she had from her dad, she managed to buy a small plot of land with a building on, where she would eventually become a spellcaster, find broken items as well as some stuff she's made herself, and she'd repair them and sell them to people in the neighborhood in order to be able to get enough money eventually in her secret bank account that she was able to move out into the city world of Ciudad in a tiny caravan on a shared lot with other people. She eventually started to branch out and go on dates as well as start her university degree journey as well. And eventually she met Afonso. And while being left alone for a little while, they decided to do the devil's tango and have children together. So, of course, naturally, he proposed to her and they got married. They moved into their first apartment with their 2 infant children. They then focused really hard and all their energy on making more money to actually be able to buy a better family home that will be perfect for them to raise their children in, as well as to complete their journey together. Cindy went from living in an attic in a barn to a 3-story penthouse in an expensive city and being a 5-star celebrity author. I feel like that is the perfect end to her story. We will not be playing with her anymore. She may appear in Raven's Let's Play because, of course, I have actually realized she is Raven's auntie. So I feel like it'd be nice to meet her and for Raven to meet her cousins as well. And eventually, maybe in future episodes, we'll either play with one of Sydney's descendants as the heir to continue on her side of the Bree family legacy. But as she's going to be upplayed, her legacy will still continue because her family side will still grow. And it'll be nice to come back eventually and see how things have changed on her side of the family tree. But before we leave this family for good, we are, of course, going to take a look at not only the family she has built, but also the house she currently lives in. So first off, of course, we have Sydney herself. And then over here, we actually have her husband, Alfonso, who's decided to play some Don't Wake the Llama in the children's room for some reason. We also have their son, Mason, and he is identical twin Madison as well. And I love how one takes after their father and one takes after their mother. I think that is so cute. We also have the one and only City from the original start. She's getting on a little bit in her days, but actually she has a surprise for Cindy. They aren't here at the moment, but she actually had triplets. She had Scotch, Tanner, and Stella. Their dad was Oreo. She decided to go off and come back one day with a little surprise as they just moved into their apartment. Unfortunately, they didn't actually keep the kittens because, yes, they live in a 3-story penthouse, but at the same time, they wanted to divert their attention to their children and just one kitty cat. I feel like 3 extra cats were a bit too much, especially as they're going to be locked up in an apartment, whereas City is very used to being in, like, indoor cat, and they just felt like the kittens would probably be better off in a different environment. So they sold all 3 kittens, who are now out in the world. So who knows? One day we can come back and have a look at City's family tree, and maybe her daughter or the sons have actually had children of their own, and the family tree could get bigger and bigger and bigger. I think that would be super cute to come and check out one day as well. So yeah, that is Cindy's family, and they've got this really nice portrait on the wall right now, and this is going to stay here locked in this position forever. It is also Cindy's heirloom, and this is the apartment. They have a massive living dining space. This is Mason's bedroom down here with his little bathroom, as well as a nice little kitchen. They do have a little balcony out here as well, so they can entertain some guests. Upstairs, you have Madison's bedroom, but also they do kind of co-share the rooms because, of course, they do have their toys in each of the rooms. There's 2 massive bathrooms up here as well. The mum and dad have their nice master bedroom over here. This is actually my favorite room of the entire house because it has a lot of sentimental stuff in here. Not only does it have the original table that Cindy brought, it also has her original laptop, one of her little collectibles, a photo of her dad, of her and Alfonso's first date, as well as a rose that he gave her. She also has a couple of items that she's got over the years from her actual author career as that she's unlocked as well as a painting that Alfonso made of the pair of them, which is so cute. And there's also her original drawings on this wall that she's actually kept, as well as a couple of posters and postcards that she's collected over the years. Obviously, she's got her little rabbit down here from school as well. So she's original stuff, as well as another painting over here by Alfonso, which I thought was really cool. So we've kept a hold of that as well. Cindy also does still originally have all of her books, I believe, in her inventory as well that she's done over the time as well. So that's really nice, as well as her celebrity tile as well in there. And if you go up again, they even have another space up here where they can expand the build some more, or they could just have a really nice outside area for guests to come and enjoy the view. But that is where we're going to end not only this episode but this entire series. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any suggestions what we should do with Cindy's family in the future, please let me know in the comment section down below. Soon I will be editing up Raven's story so that we can continue on with her legacy and also play with a new couple of interesting new features that I have planned in future episodes, as well as introducing a new sim to you, which I'm excited for you guys to meet. But for now, we will end this video here. Thank you so much for watching this entire series, or just this episode. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or good night, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Goodbye!